Hey guys, welcome to your fearlessness practice. We are going to practice building up into our handstands today because that is a pose a lot of people are nervous about trying or getting into, and sometimes that's because we're a little bit afraid of falling and getting hurt or just falling and hurting our pride. So today we're challenging both of those emotions, and we're just going to practice. You don't have to do it all the way up. You can just practice kicking up. Just try something you haven't tried before and just break out of that shell of feeling timid or feeling uncomfortable or nervous or afraid. So start in a seated position on your mat. Let's take a few moments to just get centered into our breath and grounded and feel at peace. So come to a comfortable seated position. Close your eyes and start to take some deep inhalations and deep exhalations. Breathing as much air into the body as you can and slowly exhaling it out. Taking a few moments to just do a full body scan. See how you feel. See if there's any tense areas on your body and send your breath to those places. Notice how your emotions are feeling. Do you have any anxiety? Do you have any doubt? Do you feel excited? Just take notice of it. And if you have any negative emotions, send your breath there. So the scripture for today that inspired me for today is 2 Timothy 1 verse 7. And it says, God did not give us a spirit of fear and timidity, but of power and love and of self-discipline. And that's truth. That's what's true about us, that we already have a spirit of power and a spirit of love and of self-discipline. That the spirit of fear and the spirit of timidity is not ours. It's not our inheritance, and God never gave it to us. But sometimes we don't always feel like we're fearless. We don't feel powerful. We don't feel like we have self-control. And that's what really inspired me today, that sometimes in life you have to practice it. You know how they say fake it till you make it? But that's kind of true in that we're practicing doing something that makes us uncomfortable, that takes us out of our comfort zone, that makes us feel a little bit anxious or nervous. But we're building that spirit that's already inside of us. We're building up that power and love and self-discipline, and we're destroying fear and timidity. So even today in your yoga practice, we want to destroy fear and timidity. So with that in mind, take a few more really big breaths. Really deep, long inhalation and a deep, long exhalation. You can go ahead and open up your eyes, and we're going to stay seated for a moment. So one of the most important things when you're preparing to do your handstand is opening up your shoulders, making sure you've got space in your shoulders. So in your seated position, take a big inhale and raise your hands over your head, interlocking your fingers and stretching them up as far as you can up over your head. And exhale really big. Take another breath here. And another exhale. And you can go ahead and take your right arm under your left arm, coming to eagle arms. And really take the extra time here to press your palms together. So by pressing your palms together, you're pulling apart your shoulder blades in the back. You're creating space in there. And you should feel that as you press and you put pressure on your palms, you should feel it opening up. So take a few breaths here as well. Take your time, opening it up. Then go ahead and open up those arms And take your left arm under your right arm this time and do the exact same thing on this opposite side. Pressing in, letting your shoulders fall away from your ears, and still applying that pressure, palm against palm, to open up the back, the shoulder blades. Take a breath, an inhale, and an exhale. It feels so good. I'm opening my shoulders. And then you can go ahead, unravel your arms, and then take your right arm over your shoulder, and then your other arm behind you to meet in the back. Do your cow face arms. And if you can touch your hands together, that's awesome. But if you can't, don't force it. If it hurts, just stop. Wherever it works for you today, that's perfect. You're just opening it up as much as you can. And again, keeping with your slow, deep breaths. Do one big inhale here. And a nice, long exhale. Shake out those arms and take it to the other side, your other side cow face arms. And you might notice that you have one side that's different than the other. One of mine is really different than the other one. So that's totally normal. It's totally fine. Just take them as far as you can on either side. It's okay if they're different. You should really feel this opening you up in the back and your shoulder blades. Take your big inhale and a slow exhale out through your mouth. Awesome. Okay, so from here we're going to go to practice our balance. We're going to get used to balancing on our feet so that we already have our balance set up for when we go to balance on our hands. So you can come to standing at the front of your mat. And you're going to really root and ground down through your right leg into your right foot. Engaging all the muscles of that leg, you can lift that left leg up off the ground and take it up for your tree pose. It's totally okay if you fall out of it here. Just have fun with it. Try something new. You can try a different variation of your foot if you haven't done all the way up on your thigh. Try it up there if you've never tried. Lifting your hands over your head. Try it now and see how it goes. It's fun. It's okay to mess up. Take some time to get really settled in here. And then when you're ready, when you're done balancing in your tree pose, take your left leg behind you, and you're going to plant it on the ground, blading your back foot, coming into your triangle pose. So your right leg in front should be straight. This is not warrior two, it's triangle. So you can take your arms out to either side and reach forward with your right hand and come down either to your shin, your ankle, or a block if you have it, or the ground. Just depends on where your flexibility is and what your body is like. Sometimes this can really hurt, so just remember to breathe and send the breath to any painful, as long as it's a good pain, or any tense places that you're feeling right now. Slowly from here, you can lift up your arms and start to bring your left leg back up off the ground. You're coming into your eagle pose, so you can take it and wrap your left leg around your right. Take your right arm under your left arm, coming to your eagle pose. If you'd like to, you can try to do some little crunches here, come up and down. If not, just stay still. Keep your eyes focused on one not moving space on the wall or outside, wherever you are. That will really help you. And then you're going to unwrap that leg. Don't set your left leg back on the ground. You're taking it back behind you for a warrior 3. Keep your hands on your hips as you get your warrior 3 set up. And if it's available to you, you can go ahead and take your arms out either to airplane arms or straight out in front of you. And again, if you haven't tried either of those variations, try it today. See how it goes. We're breaking out of that shell of our comfort zone. We're trying new things today. And you can slowly bring down with as much control as possible. Bring your left leg down to meet your right, coming to your forward fold. All right, you completed the whole right side. You can have a nice long forward fold here, bending one knee and then the other. Just getting a little rest from all that balancing. All right, now you can go ahead and walk your hands forward just slightly so you're in kind of a really short downward facing dog. And it's from here we're going to practice kicking up into our handstand. If you've never done handstand before, you can just do some tiny little kick-ups. If you feel comfortable with it, you can kick up all the way. Just be safe, be careful, but have fun trying something new. So you're going to do 5 kick-ups on your right leg. You can do it in your own time. Then you can bring those legs back down and come back into your forward fold. Awesome. And very slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, roll up. You've just spent some time upside down, so go slowly. Awesome. You did it. Now we get to do the other side. I'll do some balancing. So this time, really root and ground through your left side, your left leg. Grounding through all 4 corners of your feet and engaging all the muscles of your leg, engaging your core, getting really strong through your body. You can lift up that right leg and bring it up for your tree pose. And if you would like to try it, you can take your hands up over your head, or you can keep them on your hips. Keeping your leg engaged, staying strong. Finding one spot on the wall to look at. Beautiful. Alright, and then you're going to take that left leg behind you and bring it back, blading your foot back on the behind you, coming to your triangle pose on this side. You can bring out your arms to either side, lean forward and down onto your ankle, shin, or block. Getting a really nice stretch. Lifting that other arm up high, letting your gaze follow you. Really beautiful. From here, we're going to go into your eagle. So pick that leg up behind you, your right leg from behind you, and wrap it around your left leg, taking your left arm under your right to get your eagle arms. You're still balancing on your left leg. Staying strong through that leg, strong through the core. Again, if you did so on the other side, you can go ahead and take a few slow eagle crunches here, if it's available for you. And slowly but surely unwrap your right leg, taking it behind you, keeping your hands on your hips, coming to your warrior 3. Try to square up your hips. And then if it's available to you, or if you'd like to try it for the first time, take your hands out to either airplane arms or straight out in front of you for your warrior 3. So good. When you're all done balancing on that warrior, you can bring your right leg down and meet your left and come to your forward fold. Good job. Take some time, let your neck hang here. Shake it yes. Shake your head no. Letting go of your jaw and your neck. Just relaxing for a second. Go ahead and walk your hands forward slightly, coming to your really short downward dog again. And this time you get to practice your handstand kick up on your left side. So the key here is keeping really strong arms, really pressing through the hands, and keeping your belly strong. Just try some tiny ones if you've never tried it before, just to see how it feels, or go up all the way. It's so much fun, even if you fall. I hope you're having fun trying it. That you're saying yes to power, you're saying yes to love, and you're saying yes to self-discipline, and you're saying no to fear and to timidity. You're breaking out of that pattern, and you're stepping into a new pattern of trying new things, of being brave even when you don't feel like it. It's who you are. It's how God made you. It's inside of you already. So you should probably have already come to your forward fold if you're done kicking up. And you can come onto your knees and come down to your child's pose. And just spend a few minutes here in your child's pose, just resetting, resting from being upside down. I'm so thankful that you did this little practice with me today, this fearlessness practice. You are so fearless. You have a spirit of power, and you have a spirit of love and a spirit of self-control. A spirit of fear and timidity was never given to you by your Father in heaven. So you don't have to live that way. Isn't that good news? I think it's such good news. So that pretty much wraps up our fearlessness practice for today. But I would invite you and encourage you to stay here in your child's pose just for a few minutes, or go into your shavasana for a few minutes, just to let your body reset from being upside down in your handstand, and just spend some time talking with God, thanking Him for how He made you, and giving anything that you've been carrying fear around about, any situation, any circumstance, any person that is causing you to feel timid or afraid. Just spend some time telling God about it and just giving it to Him, and let Him just release in you and empower in you those spirits that He's given you. That's inside of you. It's your DNA. When you became a son or a daughter of God, it's inside you. That's such good news. So I just bless you, and I hope you have a beautiful day, and I hope you had fun trying your kick-ups, going into your handstand. You guys are amazing. Be blessed.